Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1980 Under-18 Grand Final at Jim Begnall Field, the home of the Western Suburbs Junior League. Here today, two teams contending for the title is the Berala Bears Club, who were premiers in 1979, and the Holman Club, who this year put up a great battle to find their way through into the Grand Final. Berala came back from a sudden death final last weekend, defeating Enfield by 24 points to 0. And we look forward to a great day here. The Berala team is as per the program, and the Holman team I'll read out to you now. Number 1 for the Holman team will be Amando Tucson. Number 2 will be Nev DeMoral. Number 3, Shane Griffiths. Number 4, Jeff Shield. Number 5, Greg Fish. Number 6, Terry Gray. Number 7, Cliff Smith. Number 8, Terry Hay. Number 9, Musa. Number 10, Fiscaro. Number 11 is Mosca. And number 12 is Lee Elwood. And number 13 is Scott Chant. The weather here at Begnall Field today is absolutely a picture. Top day, rather hot for football. I think everybody will enjoy this game here today. The cream of the Western Suburbs. Back live at Begnall Field, and the referee for today is Mr. Brian Collins, who handled the final last week between the Berala and the Enfield clubs. On the official table down there, well, the referee Collins calls time on as he leads out on the field. And who will be the first to take the field? They'll stand by, they're waiting. While we wait for the players to come out onto the field, we'll just give you a rundown on the Berala side as they come out. Led out by their captain Craig Neal, number 8. Number 1 is Peter Richards. Number 2, Terry Brown. Number 3, Patrick Beath. Number 4, Tom Robbins. Number 11, Steve Carmichael. 6 is Chris George. Number 3 is Neville Rolls. Number 12 is Beattie. Number 10 is Steve Carmichael. Number 11, I should say, was Paul Brisby. And number 7 is Brett Davidson. Referee Collins now about to call time on, as this is the great grand final of 1980. Berala hot favourites for this game here today. Collins calls time on, and they're away. Ball's kicked well downfield. It's picked up there, the Holman forward charging up there. Briggs is just outside his own 22-metre line. Plays the ball back onto another forward as Chant comes out. Then Berala's been caught within the 5 here. There's a scuffle here. Style, referee awards the penalty. Kicks for it. Takes play just up onto the, or just over the, on the 5 metres on Berala's side of the halfway. Holman to take the tap. They're calling for a ball here. The ball's kicked on. There they go. And there now they take the tap. Oh, then the ball goes back there. Cliff Smith was going for it. No, coming in front of their second round. Brett Davison coming with a heavy tackle. Berala here penalised again inside the 5. Twice in the opening minutes they've been caught with inside the 5. 2 penalties now. Smith to take the kick. Takes play up now, 22 metres out from the Berala line. Ball comes back, it goes out to Chant. Chant offloads back out the second row forward, coming through on the burst, straight into the Berala forwards. Ball's coming out along there to Smith at the 5'8". They got their back line running on. Well tackled there by Neal. Neal and Davison, that tackle. It's the second tackle. Lock forward, going back into the forwards there. Berala hold him and drive him back. 22 metres out from the Berala line. Runs in the dummy half position. Beats comes in there with a tackle. Tommy Robbins. Hold on the attack again, out to Chant, out to Smith. 5 Adel on their back line. Chris George coming over the top there with Neville Rolls. Bit of fire coming into it there. The linesman's in to report an incident. Here's a very slow start to this game so far. Number of penalties, just been straightforward play. Will we pack a scrum or will we call a penalty out of this incident from the linesman's report? Cautions being issued on both sides here. And the penalty goes to Holman again. That's 3-1 the penalty count in the opening minute here of the game. Take the kick here. Cars are starting to stream into Begnell Field now. Quite a few coming in here. It'll be a big build up here for later on in the major grand final here today, which is the A grade. And down on the sideline here, the manager of the Berala side, Mr. Bob Bartlett, and the coach of the Berala under 16 side, Bruce Blyton. Concern here as they take the kick. Comes into it. Taking his time about this kick. Everyone's quiet. Pauses. Comes in. Long, steady. Yes. No. Yes, and it's first points on the board to Holman, and Holman go to a 2-0 lead by penalties from the Berala club. 3 penalties in 3 minutes, and that's not going to help Berala if they keep that sort of work up. Craig Neal now coming back up to take the kick. This, after 3 minutes of play, Holman go to a 2-0 lead in the 1980 under-18 grand final. Craig Neal kicks the ball off. Bit of a grubber kicker that goes through. Picked up by Bakos. Bakos takes it straight up into the forwards. Holman got the ball again. Berala haven't had any possession at this stage of the game. Heavy tackling there. Berala, Holman passing out. Oh, and there's a heavy knock there come down. We've got a Berala player down injured. And there's out along the Holman back line. They've got the overlap here, it appears. No, there's a Berala defence comes over. We've got that Berala player down. They're calling for him to push him to touch, but they're well within it. And we've got Holman, all this possession they're gaining there. Now they're putting the kick through. It's a grubber. It goes back. Peter Richards is going back to pick it up. Peter picks it up. He takes it upfield. Well, he makes a gain of about 15 metres. 5 metres on the Berala side of the halfway. And a touch judge here, and there'll be a penalty awarded here. Cliff Smith came in there with a late tackle. Referee Collins giving the caution here. Yes, and the penalty goes to Berala. It'll be the first penalty Berala have received so far. Craig Neal takes the kick, kicks it up high, just short of our camera position here. Right on a halfway line now. Beatty comes up to get the ball. Beatty takes it up. There's a penalty here, well inside the 5, well inside the 5. There's Chant getting a caution here now from Collins. There's 5 penalties in the space of 5 minutes. And referee Collins gives penalty. Craig Neal kicks. High, goes up above our commentary position here. And they're waiting on a ball. There's been too many delays in this game here of balls being missing. There should be called for a third ball here. Too much time being lost. Ball come in from the other side. They take the tap. Beast comes straight into it. Goes up. Oh, and he's heavily there by the Holman forward. They drive Beast backwards. Goes from Beatty. Almost a little knock on there. Beatty walks. Goes to the dummy half position. First time Berala have had any ability to use the ball. It goes on the Berala back line out there. There was a move coming in through there. And Paul Brisby linked up in the centres. It was Steve Carmichael it was. Neil reverses play back out the other side. Terry Brown. Styles it is. No, Terry Brown it was. Paul Brisby running it back into the forward. This is the sixth tackle. Tackle coming up. Out to Neil. Neil puts the kick up. It's a little chip over the top. And he goes through. He picks the ball up. Steve Carmichael's there to put the Holman player down now. About 5 metres out from the Holman line. The referee's coming in a linesman here to report another incident here. And chant being called out, I believe. And calling out Cliff Smith, the captain of the side. Linesman George is talking in this particular instance. Chant. Had a few send-offs this season. It may have been a late tackle. One reminds from the crowd it is his third caution. Call the captain in here. I think that he'd be laying the law down. He's going to award the penalty to Berala. It's centre field. Got this one there. Well within the kicking distance of Chris George. One's claiming that the penalty should have been where the ball landed. There must have been a late tackle on Craig Neal. We missed that. Craig Neal takes a tap. At the Beatty. Oh, no, wild pass out there. That'll be ruled. No, 6 again, rules the referee. Steve Carmichael gets up to play the ball. Steve Carmichael into Beatty. Beatty rang across field. Out again to Paul Brisby running forward, charging into the forward, dropping his shoulder into the tackler. Gets up to play the ball back. Out to Chris George, Davison, out to Neil, out to Robbins. Robbins fets the ball back. Oh, it's an intercept by Smith. And Smith is heavily tackled. Hold on hit that. There's a penalty here. Gets Berala inside the 5. He's very heavy on this 5 metres. Just outside the Holman 22. Holman take the kick. Come off the hand there, so it'll be a scrum to go down there, just on the halfway line. Sorry, it's 5 metres on Berala's side of the halfway. Scrum to pack down. I think this will be the first scrum of the day. Davison to feed. Referee not happy with the way they scrum. Calling up again. Back down again, the forwards back in. Davison feeds the ball in. Goes out for Holman win. There's 5'8" coming back in field. Berala backs will quickly up there. Back from Smith.
Move up, Berala.
Holman pass the ball and Berala's inside the 5 again. Oh, the penalty count here has been incredible. I think the penalty count now is 6-1 against Berala. Holman pass on their back line. Well tackled there by Neville Rolls. Letting the fullback from Holman run a little bit there. He's out towards the sideline, about 22 metres out from the Berala line, out along the Holman back line. And he heavily tackled there as Steve Carmichael came in. He's calling Carmichael out here. Just a heavy tackle. The Holman players down. Time out in these grand finals for injuries. Referee extending the caution again. It's about the head-high tackles. Terry Gray's the 5'8" for the Holman club. And Holman are going to take the 2 points opportunity again here. Not a great deal of football being played so far in this grand final. Penalties have been foolishly given away here with Berala, well within the kicking distance of this fellow too. Takes his time about placing it. Lines it up. Not happy with it. Slight adjustment. Coming in now. Steadies it. Long, it's curls. Yes, and it's straight between the posts, so that's another 2 points to Holman. The Holman go on now to a 4 points to 0 lead over Berala. And I must add, these have been some foolish penalties given away by the Berala side. They now come up halfway line for Berala to start play again. Referee Collins is there. Craig Neal to take the kick. Places the ball. Kicks it across field. Picked up by the Holman forward. We've got Bakos running it straight up into the forward. Number 9. Going straight back into the Berala forwards. Out on the back line. Back into the forwards again. The Berala forwards are doing a lot of tackling in there. Holman back line now, they charge back in again and they're just off the edge of the rucks there. That's the Berala defence is very strong. On the Holman back line again. Oh, that was a bad palm off there, should have gone in with the tackler. 6 tackle coming up. Puts a chip in over the top, the winger's following through on this ball, takes the ball, and he's offside in front of the kicker. Charges up into the Holman forward. Settles it down. They go again. Along the Brisbee. Chrissy George is offside there. Attempt to go back. Offside here. We got a penalty to Berala. I felt that little kick there from Styles was a little bit premature too. Using up tackles there, but this one's well within kicking distance. Inside the 22, centre field. Chris George has been called to take the kick. Craig Neal decides he'll take it. Craig Neal came in last week to take over the kicking duties when Chris George felt he was having an off day. Craig now lines it up, coming into it, goes through, and it's flagged away, so the score remains 4 points to nil in favour of Holman, and Holman come up now to restart. The 25 drop out, ball kicked off, it's kicked over the sideline. Back inside. Oh yes, and it's back onto Terry Brown, and Brown will score under the post, a long side of post, and it's 3 points to Berala. This could be a 5-pointer as well, and that takes the score now. Holman 4 and Berala 3 with a kick to come. That's a good open play there, good open play. Terry Brown been a good little solid player for Berala. And Chrissy George decides he'll come in to take this kick now. Good try there to Berala. Chrissy George is chasing for the ball centre field. Chrissy George take the kick. George, kicker of some standing. He's had a very good run with goal kicking this season for Berala. So that's a little bit of confidence last week after a couple of bad misses. Now that he must be ready to go back again and strike his form of kicking. Comes in, steadies it, goes around, and the linesman up to the flags, and that's 5 points to 4 in favour of Berala in the 1980 under-18 grand final. Berala's got a try-scoring machine out there if they get a share of the ball. Got to stop giving those silly penalties away. Holman to restart play centre field. This stage 20 minutes of the game has passed. Ball taken there by Steve Carmichael, brings it up centre field. Brings it back up now. 5 metres. Berala side of halfway. Out on the back line, and Neil, he steps, he's going to go back in through into the forwards there. He loses the ball. It's picked up by Holman. And they lose the ball again. It's got to be a Berala ball. The referee will rule the scrum to pack down. This will be the second scrum of the day. 2 metres Berala side of halfway. With Berala leading 5 points to 4. Davison to feed the scrum. Referee Colton's not happy with that scrum. Calls it back up again. Scrums here, the first big scrums today. Goes in there to Berala scrum win. It's out to Neil. Neil steps through. He's opposing 5'8". He's going up the blind side. Has he got the pace to go on? He's a strong player, and he takes play up now, just inside the Holman 22-metre line. A good break by Craig Neil. The ball now out to Davison. Davison stepping straight back through the forwards again. Crowd calling to get the Holman side back on side. Brisby charges into the forwards. Everyone calling it out again. The ball's going to go to reverse play. Back out to Stiles. Back out to Terry Brown on the wing again. Charging in now. 3 metres out from the Holman line. Out to Neil. Out to Steve Carmichael going into the forwards. Out it comes along the Berala back line. Tom Robbins got his pass inside. Back out to Davison. Oh, and the ball's kicked forward, and it'll go dead and behind goals. And we started from a 25 tap. Holman to restart. Take the tap. Berala sends Falk to there. Paul Brisby and Steve Carmichael come in to tackle. Forwards coming through, holding up Holman forwards. Stays 5-4, Berala lead. Holman now. calling for a forward pass there. Holman again attack out to Smith. Oh, and he leaves the ball behind. It'll have to be ruled a scrum. Scrum to pack down. Tom Robbins having an interjection there with number 6 from Holman. That's Terry Griffin. Scrum to pack down. That's Terry Gray, the 5'8". Ball's been in there. Ooh. Onto the gain. Missed to feed the scrum for Holman. A penalty here to Berala. The front row of Holman not packing in squarely. This is within kicking distance for Chris George. I think he should take go for the 2 points. Yes, he'll go for the 2 points here. Berala leading at 5-4. Another goal kick now would be a very handy advantage. Berala's Sandboy comes in. Chris George steadying the ball. We got the Berala under 12s and now under 7s this morning playing in the Coca-Cola knockout. We're expecting to hear some results on how they've gone in their first round when some people come back here to watch this game. And it kicks through. No, and it's flagged away. It'll be restarted here now from a 22-metre dropout. Berala gain possession again of the ball. We'll come up and take the kick. Kick right around. Well taken there by Chris Gorge. He throws the dummy back in field. He's made a good gain of about 30 metres. Back outside to Steve Carmichael. He had his wing outside him, but he was well smothered there by the Holman players. The back ball out on the Berala back line. Out to Beattie. Out to Tommy Robbins. Out to Styles. I think we've lost the ball out here. Yes. No, Berala maintained no hold out ball. Out on the Berala backs a lot. And Beattie coming back into the forwards. Davidson, out to Neil, out to Brisby. Brisby throws the ball out to Tom Robbins. He's held. Back into the forwards of Davidson. He splits him down the middle. A strong running halfback, this little fella. Now 20 metres out from the Holman line. Berala on the attack. Out to Craig Neal. He throws a dummy. No, he holds it. Let's offloads the ball there. Goes out to Neville Rolls. Neville Rolls played the ball back. It's a kick up from Neil. Lost the ball. Berala dives the ball. It's anybody. Oh, and it's hit over the dead ball line, and it'll be a line dropout. Be a line dropout here. Referee Collins right on the spot then. Three signals for the kick to commence. Ball goes up. It's a long kick. Brings play almost up to the halfway. Taken by Davison. Davison runs back up again. Tackle around the ankle. He's not held. He gets up to go again. Makes another metre. Styles runs from the dummy half position. Running across field. Gets his pass out to Beast. Beast goes into the forward, so they hold Beast up. He makes a gain there. From those one tackle there, Berala's made a gain of 15 metres. Along the back line to Chrissy George, throws a dummy back in the forwards, then back out again to Steve Carmichael running through. He loses the ball. He's had it reached from his hand. It's been kicked through by Tom Robbins, and it almost could have been a penalty there. No, the referee's going to rule a scrum. There's a little knock on there by the Holman player, and he picked the ball up. A scrum to pack down. Centre field, 5 metres out from the Holman line. Berala lead by 5 points to 4. Smith to feed the scrum for Holman. Almost looked like a second row feed. Now Berala have got it. Went round to Davidson. Davidson runs hard and strong. He's well covered there, though, by 2 Holman defenders. Tom Robbins in the dummy half position. He likes to run for the dummy half near the line. Tommy goes awfully close to the line. He must be only inches off the line. Ball comes out along the Berala back, out to Craig Neal, out to Paul Brisby. Paul Brisby on to Neville Rolls. From Neville Rolls it goes out to Sanderson. Sanderson runs for the corner. We're in use and Sanderson scores. And it's another 3 points to Berala. And Berala go on now to an 8 points to 4 lead over the Holman Club in the 1980 under-18 grand final for the Western Suburbs Junior League. And there's another caution I think to be issued here. No, referee Collins is quite happy with that. George comes in to take the kick again. This kick is about 3 metres in from the sideline. Taking it back just outside the 22-metre line. Got the goalpost right behind there. We see Chris George facing his kick. Berala now in a handy lead of 8 points to 4. Playing good football once they get the ball. Well playing to their coach's instructions. We've got a few personalities here today. We've got the Western Suburbs first grade halfback Alan Neal down there with a few of the Berala supporters. John Nagel, an ex-Berala boy, now coaching on the south coast. Chrissy George now to take the kick. He lines it up, he comes in. Kicks it up, it's long and it's curled, yes, oh, and it's just flagged away to the side of the post. Berala remains at 8 points to 4 in the 1980 under-18 grand final. We come back up now to start play from centre field. Holman to take the kick. Coming up very close now, only a matter of about 2 or 3 minutes to go, I think it is, to the halfway, to a half-time break. And at 8 points to 4, it's a handy one, although it's still not a big lead in a grand final. Ball's coming back downfield there. Well taken by Neal as he steps back up infield. He's only across field. Brings play now up. 5 metres on Berala side of halfway. Out goes out to Beath. Charging and brings it back up almost to the halfway. The ball goes out the blind side. Carmichael, he's dropped the ball behind, picked up by Robbins. A scrum will be ruled if they pack down. Berala leading by 8 points to 4 for the 1980 under-18 grand final for the Western Suburbs Junior League. Scrum to pack down. Ball that looked like almost a second row beaver. The referee wasn't happy, he'll have it back in again. Davison to feed. Reasonably tidy scrum. Ball's fed in. Oh, gee. Forgot. Offside by the Holman hooker, going in with a loose arm as well. Penalty goes to Berala. This is 6.3 in chance. This is his 4th caution in this game. 6 points to 3. 6 to 3 the penalty count at this stage in favour of the Holman club. Craig Neal elects to kick for the line. Craig Neal kicks. Quieter. Some quick brings play up now. 10 metres out on the Holman side of halfway. Beatty takes the tap and the Beast charge into their forwards. Champ went over the top a little bit high there, didn't do any damage. In the dummy half position, Beatty runs it up, brings play up now on the Holman 22 as half time goes in the 1980 under-18 grand final. The referee Collins calls a halt to play. Berala a little disappointed there, felt they were in that attacking position. Well, at half time, Berala lead by 8 points to 4 in the 1980 under-18 grand final as they now leave the field. We'll take a break here, folks, and we'll return in just a few moments for the 1980 under-18 grand final for the Western Suburbs Junior League. We do have Mr.